it's Mike. This is my final composition too. Um, did all this work in Photoshop, didn't use Illustrator, but I decided to, out of my three sketches, I went with the PlayStation 5 controller, and it's a custom one from a video game because it has the red stripe across. I thought it would be pretty fun to do and take on a challenge of doing a controller with, a lot of pieces and stuff like that. I wanted to challenge myself and see how well I could do. For this composition, right away I knew one of the principles, one of the design principles, probably the strongest one I had was emphasis. Clearly, the red stripe across the side of the controller. It's the big focal point from every point of view that I got. So I wanted to lean into that. And even though the PlayStation 5 controllers are mostly white and gray, um, I knew with the red and working on the shadows of the controller, I think my goal was to make it look a lot better than just a white controller with a red stripe. Um, I also tried to use balance throughout the composition. Um, Tried to, put a balance of shadows, a balance of, from every view, clearly the analog sticks, the arrows on the left side, that drew a lot more shadows. And again, since the controller was mainly white, any picture I took that I worked off of and any view that I was working from when I was sketching these, there was a lot of shadow. So I leaned into that, and yeah. Another principle I think I used is value. The light and dark areas define the form of the controller. Around the grips of the controller, the analog sticks, and the triggers. I tried to put some depth into the controller, and I think I did. My favorite views was definitely the top view and the perspective view. It was a bit harder on the front view and the side view, but I did my best with what I could. Um, Another Gestalt principle I used is proximity. I didn't even really have to use this. It just is a perk of doing a controller. The buttons are grouped up, they're symmetrical, and they're close together, especially the microphone in the middle of the controller, the black circles. It was a good use of proximity without me really having to try. I would say my overall piece feels unified because everything connects, like the color scheme. It's very simple, and the consistent line work. I use the same stroke when I was drawing, and same shape, same sizes, same color. Uh, Tried every angle I got, the top side, perspective view, all the views. I tried to get that red stripe in there in some way and get the analog sticks in there and just try to keep consistency across the board to make it feel unified at the end from the perspective view. Thank you for watching. I hope everyone has a good break. Thank you.